Hello everyone, my name is Deckerlink, the trained unprofessional, and welcome back to Blackgate, the series that literally probably was the fastest thing to get on my shit list in a long time. That whole fucking gruesome murder bit, not cool. Very not cool. Not at all okay with what the fuck happened in the last episode. I legitimately had to go and calm myself down a little bit. It freaked me the fuck out. I don't know how I had to, like, force myself to stay composed as well as I was, and I wasn't at all well composed. That shit was fucked. And, I'm not looking forward to finding out the consequences of that shit. So anyway, what's going on? I probably should have stayed in that basement. He grabs the blade with a blurred hand and it disappears. It may have been sleight of hand since the movement was so fast, but something is telling me that real magic might be actually involved. The owl speaks from all around. His voice doesn't originate from any direction, but all directions at once.
You are out of your jurisdiction, Sergeant Plox. Lower your weapon and commit to this chase no longer.
With all due respect, Mayor, he's an outsider. It is my job to eliminate all things not vetted by the usual procedures. It must be eliminated.
Exceptions have been made for this life form.
We cannot make exceptions.
We have, and we will.
Plox refuses to lower his weapon. Something hateful burns in his eyes as he looks at me.
I demand that you lower your weapon this instant.
Seda points at me and he keeps his weapon raised. That thing is a human! It must not be allowed to stay! It will destroy us all!
Enough!
The mayor's voice booms through the crowd, pushing everyone back. Plox has to take a step down and finally lowers his weapon. He looks right into my eyes and I look back. I know that this isn't the last I'll see of Plox. As he turns and leaves, he talks into a radio. A shadow casts over me and I look up. There he is! Jesus Christ. The owl mayor stands beside me, blocking the dim light of the street lamps. His silhouette is all I see.
Come.
I stand up and follow the mayor inside the black building. Up close, the stone is more gray than black, but you really have to look and need a clear light to tell. The mayor moves in an unearthly way. I didn't notice it at first, but once we get inside, he's blurred. The natural motion blur is extremely prevalent in every step, but the speed at which he moves is slowed to half the pace I go. Even so, he can still move faster than me. It makes no logical sense, but when I see it happening regardless, nothing in this place makes any logical sense. We travel down a corridor to his office. At least I assume it's his office, since there's a desk in the middle of the room. I don't know what to say. The owl mayor goes behind his desk and sits.
My name is Andrus. Mr. Knox, you're a human of some age that has spent the last 5 nights in Vex's basement. Am I correct?
Yes.
Your mind is likely filled with questions and ideas, as is common with your kind. Am I correct?
Yes. My palms are sweaty, knees weak, mom's spaghetti. I make way too many Eminem references for someone who doesn't listen to any of his songs.
You have no reason to fear me. Of all the creatures living in Blackgate, I am but the only one with a true investment in your well-being. Vex has assured me that you are the correct human to trust our collective safety to.
Vex is a madman. He stabbed me!
It was merely part of the trial to determine your eligibility in the coming times. Blackgate has need for your service, and I'm willing to sacrifice all necessary avenues to ensure it receives it.
What do you mean by my service?
This is precisely when the conversation in terms becomes difficult for you to understand.
Try me. At this point, I have an open mind about everything. I just want to go home.
You cannot go home. That would defeat the purpose of your service. You must be here to perform your duties.
And that is?
To help the inevitable fight with a near-godlike being we call the Eternal.
Way to lay it on thick and give me a messiah complex. Sounds ridiculous.
You will perform this task and play an important part in the conflict to come.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll just fight a god, no problem. Are you sure I'm the right one for the job? I'm just a human. A sign of emotion shows as he scoffs at my just human comment.
Although your physical form is frail and easy to damage, your value is incalculable.
Wait, reality check here for a moment. I just so happen to think that magic is real now, and that a lot of things I once took for granted no longer apply. However, I can't do magic or anything like that. I'm not some master wizard unless you suggest I'm some idiot savant.
I'm well aware of your lack of any magical aptitude. I'm also aware that Vex says you are the one to use. I trust his judgment on your abilities more than I do on your own capabilities.
Okay, so let's just say I have the ability to fight a god. What if I fail? What if you're wrong?
Then we all will die.
At this point, I'm faced with a decision about myself. Faced with the fact that all facts are gone and that this is quite literally a fantasy. Can I really say I'm able to do the impossible? Do I really think this is some kind of game? I mean, what's the normal response to have in a situation like this? None of this is normal.
Will you accept?
This is not normal. I was just stabbed and tortured by a devil, chased through a town of monsters, and now some owl needs me to fight or die.
It does not change my question. Will you accept?
Do I have a choice? When I first met Vec, he responded with something along the lines of precisely that. My choice does matter, but why?
You do have a choice. I cannot control what you will do, whether you stay or go. That being acknowledged, what would it take to convince you to stay if you were to refuse?
I have no idea. How about we start with not having your police force try to kill me? Next, maybe if you really need my help, why not stab me? I'm not being the most elegant with my words. That double negative makes my stance and demand feel like a joke. I'm trying to be serious here. Is it elegant or eloquent? Maybe it's eloquent.
I can assure you that Vec will bring you no harm for this moment forward.
I don't trust that. What about your police force?
They will be ordered to cease all hostile actions against your person. For your maintenance and upkeep, this town has all the necessary establishments that you require. Food will be of adequate nutrition for normal health. Quarters will be arranged for the rest.
For rest, sorry.
Will you agree to these terms?
I want to go home.
You cannot go home. To choose to leave this place without consent will result in your death. Death not by me or anything else in this place, but by nature itself.
I'm being held here against my will, then.
You can view your current status that way, or you can analyze the situation differently. What will it take to convince you that this is your new home? What personal needs do you require besides your base?
What? I can't just leave everything behind.
What will you be leaving behind?
I rattle off a short list of things. There's probably things that I'm missing, but I don't think that I need to go into specifics. My family, loved ones, friends, home, work, news, fun, the list goes on and on.
Those are all valid requests to live a normal life. We have analyzed your needs and already acted upon them. Blackgate has been designed to replicate a stereotypical human town. Its citizens all speak our language. This place is filled with hand-selected creatures with various personality types to meet your friendship parameters. They may not be human, but they are no less cooperative. If a task or job is what you require, one will be given to you. If a companion is desired, one will be given to you. If enjoyment is desired, it will be given to you. If a family is desired, one will be given to you.
What kind of Truman Show reality television con artist fake operation bullshit, I would have added, is this?
One that requires you to be on the correct side when everything is said and done. You've already jumped every script planned and are on the last one. Our final plan to get you to stay.
How can I trust something as fake as this?
This is not fake. The pain here is real. The terror here is real. The bullets in here are real.
Do you believe that if something is designed with you in mind, it's less earnest?
That the feelings, emotions, experiences held within the confines of that space are less valuable because it was built for you?
I don't know if this is something that I want.
Tell me, what do you want?
Well, I don't have... What the fuck? I can't choose any of these? The truth? Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck? Hold up. Hold the fucking phone here. That is bullshit. Hold the fuck. Hold up. Hold the fuck. It says, it has line through all of these. All of them. All of them have lines. And yet, when I jokingly clicked on the truth, it took me to that. So, are they available or not? I want the truth. Well, he kind of gave me the truth. To go home, I do want that. Have love, little, not the priority right now. Have fun, certainly not the priority right now. You, way not the priority right now. I want to go home. I want to go home. How many times must I reiterate that you cannot go home? The only consolation I can give you is that after you accomplish your services, you may go home. You can't leave now. Will you agree to this? I mean, shit. I mean, if I can go home after I'm done, yes. I guess I could agree to that, but I don't know what it is I'm supposed to do. I'm glad we came to an agreement. Do you accept my service in exchange for your loyalty to my cause? Again, it's like, no, but yes. Sure, I do. Then let us work together to protect this important land from the horrors that lay beneath our feet. If all go well, we will develop the friendship you desire. He puts his clawed hand on my shoulder. I thought he was behind the desk. Our pact is made. That's it? I was expecting some magic glyph or crazy light show to happen. Fireworks or some other display of power. Nothing else happens. He removes his hand from my shoulder. You look disappointed. I was expecting some sort of magic to happen. Not everything powerful is flashy. The strongest forces are often mundane and silent. If you require an event for the occasion, I can arrange one. No, I think I've had enough for one day. Night. Whatever time it is. It seems you're worn out and tired. We have chambers here for you if you need them. Will Vec visit me in the morning? Do you prefer that? Absolutely not. I want him to stay far away from me. I will do my best to keep him a distance away. Please follow me to your chamber. In an instant, he is gone. A door off to the side opens up. I think I'm going crazy. What's going on? Did I really just do what I think I did? I walk my way through the door and open an opulent hallway. This doesn't feel right. None of this place feels right. I'll figure a way out with this owl man's help. I find my room with Andrus inside. Oh wow, this room looks like shit. He stands in the middle of the room next to a bed. He doesn't move an inch. His statuesque stance is a little bit off-putting. His still eyes watch me with silence. The silence shatters when he speaks. He once again speaks from all angles. This is your new room. Please come in and lie down. Rest your mind and your eyes so that you may sleep, as is required by your needs. I take a few steps in and see a large bed. The blankets are pristine and look almost plastic in the exactness of placement. The pillows are symmetrical in every way. It's absolutely precise to an alien degree. Where do you sleep? I only sleep when I require rejuvenation from fatal wounds. Never has this been the case in all the time that I've been a being. Long-winded way to say he doesn't. Please make yourself comfortable. I sit on the bed and ruin the perfection. The blanket creases and shifts under me. It's actually quite comfortable. I really should get some sleep. I just wanted to say thank you for saving me earlier. I saved you to save myself. I hope my debt will be repaid in no time. I'll do my best to kill the Eternal. I don't even know what that means or what I have to do. Nor do I. A human is the only one who can attempt the impossible. Well, I guess I better get sleep for the upcoming fight. A fight doesn't adequately describe the task ahead of us. Know that I will be by your side and help you. Let my faith in you put your mind at ease. Alright, well, good night, Andrus. I lift the blankets and slide under them. The pillow deflates under my head and I hear rain start to pelt the side of the building. Rain was always good at putting me to sleep fast. Night 6! Took so fucking long to get to the night 6. Crime in Italy. I wake up to the sound of rain slapping against my window. I open my eyes and see Andrus standing silent in a dark corner. I nearly jump out of my bed in fright. That's way too creepy. My apologies for disturbing your sensitivities. I'm rudely reminded of what happened yesterday. I thought it was all just a nightmare. Waking up to find a giant owl man lurking in the shadows of your bedroom is a horrifying nightmare in and of itself. You don't need to be so mannered.
A set of rigorous standards must be created and taught to the various citizens of my town. Certain creatures require more training than others.
I need to make light of the situation before I really go insane with the absurdity of it all. Okay, Mr. Owl, what time is it?
Time does not matter, and I'm not an owl. Please refrain from calling me Mr. Owl. There's already one being in this place that has the habit of using that word. If two were to use it with flagrant regard, then I fear a verbal virus will spread. It's not the most worrisome event to happen, but it's a minor concern.
Verbal virus. You do have a way with words sometimes.
I think of terror and the various popular saying that your people speak.
Sorry, I played Major Minor in this same sitting, so I was just like, think of Terra. Oh, crossover!
Are there not quick phrases that appease for a time until they fall into annoyance or worse?
Of course there are.
I would like to know some examples, such as I can weed out the roots from grabbing hold of my population.
Well, there's funny ones like memes.
What are memes?
Oh, God. Oh, God. This is so bad. They're like viral videos or a part of internet culture. They can turn into a verbal virus that you're so worried about. Am I really discussing memes with a giant owl man in a suit? What went wrong in my life?
I demand an example.
I think of the most obnoxious example. Shoop-de-whoop. Is shoop-de-whoop really the most obnoxious meme? Is that your worst, Bane? Is that the worst you got? Because there's way worse.
What is a shoop-the-whoop?
I physically cringe at the earnest statement. It's sad to note that there are some creatures lucky enough to have not been around back on the internet, not been on the internet back in 2008. A shoop-de-whoop, I'm trying to stop myself from laughing, is a phrase you say before you shoot a beam of energy out of your mouth. It's often seen in parodies of cartoons. Well, now he expects you to be able to shoot lasers out of your mouth.
Thank you for this information. I will have to create a new decree that only one creature may utter the phrase shoop the whoop before expelling energy from one's orifice.
Oh my God, this is so bad. This is the worst part. This is not the worst part. The fucking getting stabbed in the eye was the worst part, you fucking sick asshole! Amusement is the best medicine. I feel much more alert and a little less run down. My body is still sore from all the excitement of yesterday day, but it's still night. You answered my question on time, so why is it still dark? It's still night.
It's always night in this land. For there to be a day, you require a star, and there are no celestial bodies as vibrant as one in this place. Therefore, our cycles work on night. This limitation severely inhibits the range of acceptable life forms that may inhabit my land.
It should also disclude humans, as we need vitamin D. So unless vitamin D comes from the sun, you need that shit. Also plants, you have them. No more sunny days.
I believe a joke would be to look on the bright side of things. You're not dead.
You're right, and I have to thank you for that.
It was my duty and my honor to you save, I imagine.
This is much better of a place to stay than with that creepy Vec.
Would you like to start your night? It is not required for you to perform any task at any time. However, it is advised that you do something that your mental state remains elevated.
I'll get up. I need a shower.
Right this way. He is no longer in the corner.
You know, I can't follow you like that.
My apologies.
God damn it, dude. He appears right next to me and I do jump out of my bed from a literal jump scare.
Damn it! Don't do that! My apologies again.
He holds out a taloned hand and I grab hold. His flesh is warm but cold and it feels like little pins prickling my skin. It's like a million tiny tickles along the palm of my hand. It's a strange sensation, and he leads me with his slow motion, blurred steps toward the bathroom. I don't need to hold your hand.
It's a way to remind me that you're unable to perform actions that I do easily. Think of it as tying a hand around your back. I'm not disabled. To me, you are. Wow, that's a bit rude. As I am, in a way, disabled when compared to you. There are actions and abilities that only one of us can do or perform. This does not mean we are more or less than each other. What is it that I can do that you cannot? The exact details are a mystery to me, but Vec is well aware of your power. If Vec states that none can come close to the power you possess, then I shall find myself in awe of your ability when I witness it. Come, the shower is here. I am led to an opulent bathroom. There's that drain again. It's everything I could ask for. He was right about having the amenities that I needed or wanted. I turn on the shower, and the faucet is at the perfect water temperature and pressure. It seems too right that I already know the catch about this all. The one question that remains is, how do they know so much about me? I hold this revelation to myself and undress. The suited mayor stares at me with his dead owl eyes. You don't take the subtle movements of pupil dilation into account until it's no longer there. It's like he's wearing a mask. I step into the perfect shower and rinse everything away. My brain races with thoughts and ideas, a scrubbing of the body and the scrubbing of the mind. If I'm so messiah to this place, then what is it that I can do? I know I don't have any powers like warping, summoning a sword, or anything helpful like that. Even if I distrust Vec, I should talk to him and learn the exact details of my powers. Water rushes over my face and I listen. Is Andrus still in the room? I won't be able to tell where he is since he can just be places. Wish I could do that. I turn off the shower and go to reach for a towel, and I'm faced with Andrus holding one out with his clawed hand. Like pulling a sword from the stone, I take the owl and dry myself off. In his hands now are my clothes, and it's like a magic trick, but it's not real magic. Apparently the shower turned back on. What the fuck? Sound effects in this game. Sound effects in this engine must be hard to program or something, because Repeat and this game have fucking trouble with sound effects. Once I get dressed, he holds his still hand out. I grab it, and he begins to flow like moving through water. I pay attention to his wings, that as each feather rustles once I touch him. The move too slow and fast as they keep up with me, and we walk somewhere. As we walk somewhere. I don't fucking get this. Where to now? I believe you require food. I am hungry. Let's take this time to talk over a meal. I believe you would prefer this to general exposition. Exposition? If we are to develop a friendship, we need to learn more about each other. The dining room is this way. The dinning room. I'm led into another room much like his office. In the middle of the room isn't a desk, but a table. A huge table. I sit down at the long table and Andrus is sitting across from me. I don't think I'll get used to how he moves. That freaks me out when you do that. It is more efficient than walking. The shower sound effect is still happening. You know what? That's it. Shower sound effects happening when at dinner. I'm done. Thank you all very much for watching this episode of Blackgate. At least this one didn't involve anyone getting stabbed in the goddamn eye. What the shit was that about? I'm not getting over that. I'm not letting that go. That was fucked up. That was fucked up. You hear me? You fucking hear me, man? Thank you all very much for watching this episode of Blackgate. On the next one, we will hopefully not get stabbed in the fucking eye. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the trained on professional speaking for the voices in my head when I say until next time, fare thee well. Bye, everyone.